rewarding the starting 11, and given that they've had a break since last weekend's game against Sundowns, they're all fresh, I'm sure.
Yeah, very interesting. I was expecting quite a few changes here, also just to keep the guys coming in a bit sharp, but as you mentioned, there was that week of rest which probably assisted in his decision.
Game against Sundowns was the third in a week for them, and they played the derby before that and a midweek game against Sekhukhune United. Had a break coming into this game. Dlamini, combination not working with Maswanganyi, but here's Mofokeng who looks to turn it around. Van Rooyen, Mofokeng getting the car going early. Maswanganyi out wide. Here's Dion Hotto now. Looking to cut in, of course, with that left foot of his.
And Mark, I think a solid performance with a lot of goals will do a lot for the confidence of Orlando Pirates after last week's result. It was somewhat of a uncharacteristic, flat-looking Orlando Pirates against Sundowns. Take nothing away from the Sundowns performance.
Yeah, I think they already got a boost from TS Galaxy when Sundowns were beaten in midweek. That put the cat amongst the pigeons and meant that Orlando Pirates' gap to Sundowns in the Betway Premiership not as big as it was after last Sunday's game at Loftus. They'll be cautious though in the beginning here. They'll know Baroka will have been fired up for this game, anticipating it for several weeks now, and for so many of these players an opportunity to make their name. For some, of course, opportunity to remind us of their talent, the likes of Palani and Gebhardt, who have played in the top flight before. Offside against Hotto.
Yeah, just look at the history between these two teams, and going into at least the last 5 encounters, 4 draws and 1 win. You'd expect it to be much better, but it was a Baroka in a different era, as we witness ever-present, ever-versatile Dion Hotto popping up on the right-hand flank.
It is an extraordinary record that these two teams have. 13 previous meetings. One of them was a cup game, that famous Telkom knockout final in 2018, which Baroka won on penalties, so that was a draw decided on post-match penalties. 12 league games between these two sides, and 9 of those 12 drawn. So overall, 10 draws in 13 matches between these two. The other 3 won by Pirates, so Baroka have never beaten Pirates in open play, as it were, although they will point to the fact they lifted the trophy in 2018 in the what was then the Telkom knockout rather than Pirates. That very famous day, of course. And Gebhardt, who's in the side here today, skipping them, was part of that team. But it's extraordinary that there have been so many draws between these two sides. In fact, at home, Pirates have been held 4 times 1-1 by Baroka. So strap your seatbelts in if you thought you were going to have an early afternoon.
Skosana trying to dispossess Mahaula.
Maswanganyi in possession now with Hotto. That's a good steal there from Skosana. Highly rated player is Skosana in the midfield.
Yeah, it'll make for a nice solid duo there in the middle of the park for Baroka alongside Palani.
Now, there are 4 players in this Baroka side with previous experience in the top flight. The goalkeeper Jacobs played for Highlands Park and Richards Bay previously. Gebhardt, who was in Baroka when they were in the top flight. Shaku as well in defence, and Palani, as Mofokeng shot is blocked. Kombi, who's played it back into the middle, and now Mashilwani at the back to Shaku. Nice bit of skill now. Just a little bit too long for this frontman Motipe, who has 6 goals this season in the Motsepe Foundation Championship. It's not a bad turnout, by the way, from the Pirates fans for a match of this nature. Good interception from Koki, back in the lineup now, of course, with Sasani out injured. Ndar still working his way back to fitness.
Yeah, Koki maybe not the sharpest last game out against Mamelodi Sundowns, but we know the quality that he brings to the side. Leadership, immediately getting the captain's armband, and just a matter of minutes before he's back to his best alongside CBC.
Pirates will be up against Golden Arrows away in Durban in midweek in the league, and then Cape Town City come here this time next week. And for the moment, just concentrating on the cup and see if they can progress into the last 8. Kaula with Marco. Down he goes. There's a foul committed by Palani. They'll know each other well from midfield battles in the past. Makaula's time at Free State Stars and Amazulu, and Palani at Bloemfontein Celtic.
Palani still looking in tip-top shape. Today he'll remind us what he's capable of. An opportunity to do so.
There are 8 players in that penalty box defending here for Baroka, plus goalkeeper Jacobs, as this ball is floated in. Came off the head of the striker Motipe. Now Maswanganyi looks to spread it wide here to Mofokeng. And we're very quickly on top of him. Again, good defending with Palani helping out. Mofokeng once more. A little bit of a no-look pass there for Mabasa. Unable to control it. Now they set off with Josetsile. He gets fouled and wins the free kick.
And immediately a lesson learned there from Rile Mafokeng last game. It was Rivera that raced away from him, and this is what you expect. Take one for the team. Everybody gets an opportunity to get back behind the ball.
Mashilwani with Josetsile. Shaku to Palani. A little bit of a risk there. Young defender Shabati at the back, playing only his 2nd match for Baroka. Here he is in possession now. Made his debut against Amatux in the last game. He's actually a former student himself. They picked him up from TUT at the start of the season with Baroka.